ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I once again offer my humble obeisances to all the devotees present here on this auspicious occasion of this World Holy Name Festival. Let's try to recollect some glories of the Holy Name of the Supreme Lord Krishna. In fact, it is recommended in all the Vaishnava scriptures that only by taking shelter of the holy name of Krishna, we will attain Krishna, especially in the age of Kali Yuga. In the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's mentioned by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Nama vinu Kali Kale Nahiyara Dharma Sarva Mantra Sara Nama Yeyi Shastra Marma. Nama vinu Kali Kale Nahiyara Dharma. There is no other dharma in this Kali Yuga. There is no other process of attaining the Supreme Lord in this Kali Yuga except chanting the holy name of Krishna. Sarva mantra saranama yei shastra marma. Shastra marma, the essential teaching of Shastra is Nama. Krishna's name is Sarva mantra sara, is the essence of all mantras in all the Vedic literatures. Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has specifically instructed all of us to take shelter of the holy name. In fact, the Supreme Lord Krishna descended in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically to enable the people of Kali Yuga to take shelter of Krishna's names. This is Yuga Dharma. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established Yuga Dharma by personally chanting the holy names, by personally adopting the mood of a devotee. Krishna नाम ये आनंद सिंधु आस्वादन ब्रह्मानंद तारा आगे खातो दक सम. Krishna Nama Yei Ananda Sindhu Aswadan means the happiness that is available in chanting Krishna Nam is like Ananda Sindhu, is like an ocean of happiness. An ocean of happiness is there in chanting the names of Krishna. And in comparison to this ocean of happiness, even Brahmananda means even the happiness of merging into this impersonal Brahma Jyoti, that is useless. That is insignificant. So one may get unlimited happiness in merging in absolute truth, merging in the Brahman, but the happiness of chanting the names of Krishna is unimaginable, is inconceivable. So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is also mentioned by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami that I don't know, there's some issue with the computer slides. Are you able to see the screen? Yeah.
Yes,
चिरादत्तं निजगुप्तवित्तं स्वप्रेम नामामृतमत्युदारः आपामरं यो विततार गौरः कृष्णो जनेभ्यस्तमहं प्रपद्ये. Chirad adattam means for a long time the Lord has not given us this important benediction. For hundreds and thousands of years, the Lord has not bestowed upon us this important blessing of taking. Are you able to see me clearly? Some issue. Chiradadattam nijagupta vittam. For a long time, the Lord has not bestowed upon us this boon or this gift called Krishna Prema. Swaprema Namamrutamatyudaraha. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that the Lord's own Nama, which is his holy name, enables us to attain Krishna Prema. And the Lord wanted to give us this Krishna Prema through Krishna Nama. He thought that I have not bestowed upon the people of this earthly planet the gift of Krishna Prema. Therefore, I must offer this gift of Krishna Prema to them. But how can they get that gift of Krishna Prema? By chanting Krishna Nama. Svaprema Nama Amritamatyudaraha. The Lord is bestowing upon us His own Prema through His Nama. Apama Ramyo Vitatara Gauraha. He is giving this to all Pamaras. Pamara means even the most unqualified people also have the glory of getting this gift from the Lord. Apamaramyo vitatara gauraha Krishno janebhyastamaham prapadye. That's the greatness of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Extremely merciful enough to give us this Krishna Nama and Krishna Prema through Krishna Nama. So it is mentioned in the Kevalashtakam. Hari sada vasetatra yatra bhagavata jana gayanti bhakti bhavena harirnamaiva kevalam. Wherever devotees gather together and chant the holy names of the Lord, Hari sada vasetatra, Lord Hari personally stays in that place. Yatra gayanti mad bhakta tatra tisthami narada. Wherever my devotees gather together and chant my names, chant my glories, I personally stay there. This is the promise given by the Lord. The Lord is personally telling us that I stay with you when you chant my glories. Today, we will discuss 8 effects of chanting the Supreme Lord's names. 8 effects. That will be our discussion for the next maybe 20 minutes or so. I am speaking based on a shloka written by Sri Vyasa, and it is also cited by Rupa Goswami in the Padyavali. Vishnor-namaiva pumsaha shamalam-apaharat punyamutpadayaccha brahmadisthana bhogat viratimatha guroho shripadadvandva bhaktim tatvajnanam cha vishnor ihamriti janana bhranti bijam cha dagdha sampurnananda bodhe mahati cha purusham sthapayitva nivrittam. I kept this shloka in a slide, but somehow I'm unable to share for whatever reason. I hope you can just hear and get the shloka. Let me just try once again. Are you able to see the shloka here in the slide?
Yes,
Okay,
Rovi.
good.
Effects of holy name.
Vishnor-namaiva pumsaha shamalam-apaharat punyamutpadayaccha. You see, when we take shelter of the holy names of Lord Vishnu, it causes 8 effects. First effect is Shamala-mapaharat, means all our contamination is cleared. Whatever impiety we have, whatever impurities we have, Mala means contamination or impurity. Shamala-mapaharat means the holy name of Krishna can destroy all our contamination, right? That is the first effect. So we may have lust, we may have envy, we may have pride, we may have greed, we may have a lot of negativity and lot of sinful baggage. But chanting the names of Krishna can destroy all that sinful contamination. Our sinful desires are purified. Our sinful actions are purified. We will be purified of all sinful reactions. We will be purified of any sinful proclivities by chanting Krishna's names. That is the power of chanting Krishna's names. That is the first effect. So, destroying our material contamination is the first effect of chanting names of Lord. Second, Punyam Utpadayaccha. Punyam means piety. By the way, this piety can be of multiple types. One is spiritual piety, second is material piety. Material piety or ordinary punya takes us to upper planets like heaven, right? But spiritual piety or adhyatmika punya takes us to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha. So ordinary piety can give us access to some heavenly pleasures, but spiritual piety gives us access to the lotus feet of Krishna. And when we chant the holy names of the Supreme Lord Krishna, that will give us great spiritual credits, great spiritual piety. Got it? So there are two effects. We have discussed two effects so far. Shamalam punyamutpadayaccha. Shamalam apaharat. The process of chanting Krishna's names completely destroys our sinful contamination. Second, the process of chanting Krishna's names will give us great spiritual credits by which we can attain the lotus feet of Krishna. So now let's see the third effect of chanting the names of the Lord. Brahmadisthana bhogat viratim. Brahmadisthana bhogat. Brahma is the creator of this universe. Brahmadi means apart from Brahma, there are many other leaders in this universe. Like you have Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Saptarishis, so many hundreds and thousands of devatas, right? All of them are having their great positions. In those positions, there's a lot of influence, a lot of glory, a lot of power, right? So Brahmadisthana bhogat. So one who attains that position or post as a great personality in this universe, they enjoy that position, they enjoy their influence, isn't it? But by chanting Krishna's names, we will develop detachment to all that enjoyment. We will not be excited to experience any enjoyment available in the position of Brahma or Indra or Varuna or whatever exalted position. Brahmadi sthana bhogat. Bhoga means enjoyment. Viratim. Rati means attraction. Virati means lack of attraction. We will not be attracted to any enjoyment available in any exalted position in the entire creation, including Brahma's position. So, to that degree, holy name can give us detachment. Detachment is very rare to attain. People, when they are little creative, they have some little talents, they become very attached. If they have little property, little wealth, they become attached. They have the little fame and little influence of people over people, they become attached. They're attached to their followers, they're attached to their beauty, they're attached to their strength, they're attached to their followers. So much of attachment. But by sincerely chanting Krishna's names, by genuinely taking shelter of the holy names of Krishna, we will develop great detachment even towards Brahma's position also. Right? That is the power of chanting. Now let's go to the fourth effect. Atha guroh Shripadadvanva Bhaktim. Guru is a representative of Krishna. He is the one who takes us to Krishna. By Krishna's grace, we get a Vaishnava Guru, and by Vaishnava Guru's grace, we get Krishna. Now, the fourth effect of chanting Krishna's name is Guroh Shripada Dvandva Bhaktim. Shripada means beautiful feet. Dvandva means 2 feet, right? 2 lotus feet of the Guru. Bhakti means devotion. We will develop devotion to the lotus feet of Sri Guru by chanting Krishna's names. Guru teaches us how to chant Krishna's names. Guru instructs us to take shelter of Krishna's names. And by sincerely taking shelter of Krishna's names, we'll be more attached to Guru. We'll develop more devotion to the lotus feet of Guru. So, what else can we expect? Guru is a representative of Krishna. He is the one who takes us to Krishna, Krishna's lotus feet, and we develop more dedication and attachment and sincerity to follow the instructions of the spiritual master by chanting the holy names of Krishna. That is the fourth effect. Now, let's see the fifth effect. Tattvajnanam cha Vishnor ihamriti janana bhranti bijam cha dagdha. The fifth effect is Tattvajnanam cha Vishnor. Tattvajnana means philosophical knowledge. Tattva is Siddhanta, philosophy. Jnana means knowledge. So we will develop great philosophical knowledge and spiritual knowledge about the Supreme Lord Vishnu by chanting Krishna's names. One may think, I develop great spiritual knowledge and philosophical understanding by sitting in a corner of my room with a table lamp and studying the scriptures. Of course, you have to do that. You have to sincerely and regularly and consistently study the scriptures. That's great, amazing. But our understanding of the scriptures is not just a product of our systematic study of scriptures only. It is also a product of our sincere chanting of Krishna's names. By chanting, you will understand Bhagavad Gita better. By chanting Krishna's names, you will understand Bhagavatam better. By chanting the Supreme Lord's names, we will understand our Vaishnava Siddhanta in a much better manner, effective manner. So, when we are sitting and studying, you are using your intelligence to understand the Shastra. That's required. Definitely, that's required. But when we are sitting and chanting Krishna's names, we are begging Krishna, Krishna, give me some mercy, give me some blessings, give me some detachment, give me some devotion. We are begging Krishna. So when we take a begging bowl and chant Krishna's names in a bead bag with beads, then Krishna will give the charity of philosophical knowledge. Definitely, philosophical knowledge can be acquired by using one's intelligence and studying the Shastra systematically, but we also need the Lord's mercy to receive that knowledge, to understand that philosophy. So, by chanting, we understand Tattva also better. Many times, some students of Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, they just finish their own and then keep aside and then study for the exams, right? Good, they're serious in Shastric study. But the chanting also helps them understand Bhagavad Gita, Isopanishad, Upadeshamrit, or Bhagavatam, first six cantos or later six cantos. So our chanting also helps us to understand Shastra, right? I'm not saying this. Vyasadeva is saying this, but Rupa Goswami is saying this. Now let's see the sixth effect. Ihamriti janana bhranti bijam chadagdha. Mriti means death. Janana means birth. Bhranti bijam. Why are we caught up in this birth and death cycle? Because there is a Bhranti bijam. Bhranti means what? Illusion. Bhranti is bewilderment. Bhranti is confusion, right? Bija means the seed of that bewilderment is ignorance. Because of ignorance of our self identity, we are bewildered in this world. Because we are ignorant that we are servants of Krishna, we are amshas of Krishna, we are bewildered. But that seed of ignorance is dagdha, is burned to ashes by chanting Krishna's names. You got the sixth effect? The sixth effect is by sincerely chanting Krishna's names, our ignorance will be destroyed. And thus, our tenure in this material world, our transmigrating from one species to another species and going through this birth and death cycle will be terminated. Because of ignorance of our own spiritual glory, because of our ignorance of our own spiritual identity as servants of Krishna, as amshas of Krishna, we are wandering in this material world in the cycle of birth and death. But that will be terminated when we sincerely chant Krishna's names. Our ignorance will be destroyed when we sincerely chant Krishna's names. Now, seventh great effect is Sampurnananda Bodhe. Sampurna means complete. Ananda means happiness, bliss. Bodhe means intelligence to understand. So we will understand how we will get complete bliss and complete happiness by taking shelter of many other Vedic methods like tapasya. If you do tapasya, or if you do some dhyana, or if you do some fasting, upavas, or if you do some Vedic study, or give some charity, participate in some yajna, japa, tapa, homa, etc., we think that okay, by doing all these pious activities, scriptural activities, we will attain something glorious in the heavenly planets, or maybe liberation, or some ashtasiddhis, etc. That's what we value. But when we chant the names of Krishna, we are not aspiring to go to heaven. We are not aspiring to attain some ashtasiddhis. We are not aspiring to get wealth or power or prestige or influence in this world. By chanting the names of Krishna, we will understand that the real bliss is in loving Krishna, is in serving Krishna, is in taking shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. Many people don't even understand how can they become happy. They think they can become happy in 100 different ways, materialistic ways. Or pseudo spiritual ways, by following spiritual paths, so-called spiritual paths that can only take us up to some maximum Brahmajyoti, right? But what is real bliss? How can the soul, spirit soul, enjoy complete Sampurna Ananda? Only by chanting Krishna's names. We'll get that understanding that real bliss is there in Krishna's lotus feet, in Krishna's loving service. So Sampurna Ananda Bodhi will get a proper understanding of what is real bliss by chanting Krishna's names. Now, finally, the last point for today, the last effect of chanting Krishna's name is Mahati cha Purusham Sthapayitva Nivrittam. Mahati cha Purusham Sthapayitva means the living being. Purusha refers to the living being. The living being is re-established in his original glory at the lotus feet of Krishna. In short, sincere chanting of the names of Krishna will re-establish us in our spiritual position, spiritual glory as servant of Krishna, as Das of Krishna. Jivera Swarupuhai Krishnera Nitya Das. Any exalted position in the entire creation is insignificant in comparison to the most significant position of being a servant of Krishna. And this Nam of Krishna will reinstate us in that position of being servant of Krishna. So we discussed total 8 effects of chanting Krishna's names. I'll recite the shloka once again, and we will revise these 8 effects in the last 1 minute that we have. Vishnor pumsam shamalamapharat punyamutpadayaccha brahmadisthana bhogat viratimatha guroho shripadadvandva bhaktim तत्त्वज्ञानं च विष्णोर् इह भ्रांति बीजं च दग्ध्वा सम्पूर्णानन्दबोधे महति च पुरुषं स्थापयित्वा निवृत्तम्. First effect is Shamalam Apaharad, means our sinful contamination is destroyed. Second effect is Punyam Utpadayaccha, we'll get spiritual piety that takes us to the lotus feet of Krishna. Third effect is Brahmadisthana Bhogat Viratim. We will not have any attraction to any exalted position in the entire creation, including Brahma's position. Fourth effect is Atha Guroho Sripadadvanda Bhakti. We will develop devotion to the lotus feet of Sri Guru. Fifth effect is Tattvajnanam cha Vishnu. We will understand philosophical knowledge about the Lord by chanting names of Krishna. Then sixth effect is Ihamriti Janana Bhranti Bijam Chadagdha. Our sincere chanting of Krishna's names burns the seed of ignorance that is the cause of birth and death cycle. Seventh effect is Sampurna Ananda Bodhi. Holy name of Krishna will give us a proper understanding of what gives us supreme bliss, complete bliss. Then eighth effect is Mahati cha Purusham Sthapayitva Nivrittam. Chanting the holy names of Krishna will reinstate us at the lotus feet of Krishna in our original spiritual glory. I sincerely thank all the devotees here, including Maharaj and many other senior devotees here for giving me this opportunity to share these 8 glories of the holy name of Krishna in this glorious Japa talk, Japa call that you're having every morning. My humble obeisance to everyone, and if I said anything inappropriate, kindly forgive me. I sincerely seek all your blessings to be able to chant the names of Krishna sincerely, not just speak the glories of Krishna's names, but also actually take shelter of Krishna's names by sincerely chanting. I just need your blessings. Only with the blessings of devotees, we will be able to chant or hear or do any devotional activity. So seeking your blessings, I'll conclude here. Hare Krishna. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Harinam Prabhu ki jai.
Thank you so much, Roji, for this quick session and for this enlivening and enlightening session. Do we have time for 1 or 2 quick questions, Roji, or you are rushing? I was told you have 7:20 another program.
Yeah, I have another class now, but maybe one question I can take.
So quickly, for the devotees, especially for first ID, if anybody has a quick question related to today's subject topic, may raise hand, and we can just cover one question. We have Sita Thakurani Mataji from Noida. Mataji, you may unmute and check your question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my voice is coming.
Yes,
Yes.
Matas, you can speak.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. First of all, thank you for coming this forum. And this a wonderful topic you have selected. We need this because when we are going to preaching, our consciousness really definitely had some shaking. So by this shloka, I feel really very connected. The first thing we have to, one thing I have to ask Prabhuji, that while going preaching, how can we collect these 8 things you have talked about? How can we remember this thing? Because some way we can get shaken. So
So,
please.
by regular hearing, we will remind ourselves. Because when we hear from devotees who are speaking from Shastras, we are given a reminder to take shelter of Krishna's names. But after some time, we'll lose that memory. We will lose that remembrance. We'll come back to our normal routine. But again, next day, in the next class, we hear that, again, we get inspiration. Just like every day we charge our phones, right? So once you charge the phone, it will not remain forever. The charging will last for, maybe 1 day or maybe 2 days, depending on the usage. But when your charging is getting lost, you need to charge again, recharge the phone, again, put it for charging. Battery is getting low, then again put charging. Similarly, the inspiration that we derived by hearing Harikatha can diminish over a period of time as we are living in this material world. So we have to again recharge ourselves by hearing Harikatha again. That's why Bhagavatam says Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. It's not that one hearing of Bhagavatam. Nityam, every day we keep on hearing, every day we keep on chanting. Same pastime, we may hear 10 times or 100 times or 1,000 times. Now Damodar month is coming up. Again in this month, we will discuss Damodar Leela. We'll sing Damodar Ashtakam. Last year we discussed, right? Why are we discussing again? Last 10 years we have been discussing. Last 100 years we have been discussing. Again, same story. Sometimes kids say that. We heard this story because they want some new information. It's small children. But idea is not to learn something new, but idea is to get absorbed in the mood of that pastime. So we may not hear new glories of holy name again and again. Of course, we can hear also, but say we discussed 8 glories. To internalize these glories, we have to hear it repeatedly and read and revise it repeatedly and speak it repeatedly so that it becomes a part of our system. Thank you so much. I have another class. I'll take
Prabhuji.
your
You
permission and
won't
blessings to go ahead. Thank you, Hare
please.
Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Let us all thank His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu by our process of chanting the holy name loudly. Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhuji. And on behalf of all the devotees, we would also like to extend our request that in future, whenever your schedule permits, we will be in touch and kindly do bless us all, do appear again and guide us again on this
Hare.
devotional path. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Prabhuji.
so much.
Thank you so much for
Once
your time
again,
and
I offer my humble obeisances at the lotus feet of His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
thank you so much. Maharaj is in a transit visit to India from Mongolia via Korea, so he's traveling right now.
Sure, sir.
That is the reason he had to just log out. Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. तो आशा है आप सभी ने श्रीमद् गौरांग दर्शन प्रभु का जो आज का प्रेजेंटेशन था उसे समझ पाए या उन्होंने प्रभु जी ने वर्सेस भी दिखाए थे और नीचे हमारी टीम हिंदी में ट्रांसक्राइब भी कर रही थी तो बीच बीच में हमारे इस मंदिर में गेस्ट स्पीकर आते रहेंगे प्रभु जी भी काफ़ी व्यस्त थे सिंगापुर में उनका क्लास था लेकिन उस क्लास के पूर्व हमने उनसे कुछ आधा घंटा चुरा लिया और प्रभु जी हमारे बीच उपस्थित होकर हमारा मार्गदर्शन कर पाए तो आप सभी का भी हम आभार व्यक्त करते हुए आज के सत्र को अब यहीं विराम देते हैं और कल हमारे बीच श्रीमान सच्चिदानंद प्रभु उपस्थित होकर हरि नाम की महिमा तीसरी शिक्षाष्टक के ऊपर चर्चा करेंगे प्रभु जी हम सभी से तो आप सभी से पुनः हम अनुरोध करना चाहते हैं कि आप इसे तो ज़रूर ज्वाइन कीजिए इस विश्व हरि नाम उत्सव के समय और बाकी के दिनों में भी और अन्य भक्तों को भी आप सूचित कर सकते हैं इस जूम मंदिर के विषय में। श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। विश्व हरिनाम उत्सव की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। परम पूज्य श्री लोकनाथ स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की